Pro-Ject's Debut EVO is one of the best-selling turntables in the entry-level audiophile market. Pro-Ject is replacing the Debut EVO with an even better turntable, the Debut EVO 2. What are the upgrades? Let's find out. I'm Joe with Gramophone. Pro-Ject introduced their first Debut turntable in the early 1990s, so they've been selling this product line for decades. It's wildly popular. This, the EVO 2, is actually the 5th generation of Debut turntables. It's still made in Europe. It's reasonably priced at $6.99, including a very high-quality phono cartridge that's factory aligned. Now, both the Debut EVO and this new Debut EVO 2 share some similarities. They're both belt drive turntables, and you can see that the motor is outside of the main bearing. The motor isn't located directly underneath and therefore possibly feeding vibrations into the record itself, which would, of course, mess up the ability of the Tonearm to track accurately. So there's a nice benefit in moving the motor outside of the main bearing. Now also, the motor spins on a stainless steel axle and a bronze bushing, which is a pretty expensive way to arrange this, but what it gives you is a very smooth rotational ability, and that's what we want. That's the way high-end record players do it, because you want nice, steady speed and not a lot of wow and flutter. That would introduce distortion into the music. So, third thing is, they share the Tonearm similarity. Both of them have an 8.6-inch carbon fiber, one-piece Tonearm. It's a very nice Tonearm. It's both very light in weight because it's carbon fiber, which is good, because it can move easily. But the second thing is it's also very stiff. Carbon fiber has that nice weight to stiffness ratio, and so it's a very popular choice in this kind of price range. A couple of other similarities. In both cases, it comes with a nice dust cover. That's great, so you don't have to go searching for one of those. Both of them have either 33 or 45 RPM operation, and in this case, the switch is right here in the front. You can hear it does both. Also, this comes with 3 height-adjustable feet. That's really good just in case your floor or your cabinet isn't totally level. You can get the turntable level, and that's pretty critical for getting the best performance from your records. Now let's highlight the differences. Actually, 6 differences between this new EVO 2 and its predecessor, the EVO. And let's start with this platter. So the platter is a nice upgrade because this is machined from aluminum. The predecessor was a steel platter. What we want is something that's nice and heavy so it gives us a good, stable flywheel effect, but we don't want it to ring too much, and this doesn't, because you can see that they've added this layer of TPE, or thermoplastic elastomer. That's a nice combination of an easily moldable plastic and rubber. Why did they do that? Because they don't want this to vibrate, and so that TPE, which you can feel is kind of springy, helps prevent the platter from feeding vibrations into the record, which would make it more challenging for the stylus and Tonearm to do their job. Second upgrade, you get a nice cartridge upgrade. So the current EVO ships with a Semico Rainier, which is a nice phono cartridge. EVO 2, however, ships with this Ortofon Picket MM, which stands for moving magnet, of course. And it's factory mounted and aligned. That's a nice benefit because it really makes this a plug and play turntable. You don't really have to fool around to get it set up correctly. The Picket MM Ortofon cartridge is a little bit more accurate. It's a little bit flatter frequency response. It's got a nice open mid-range sound to it, but with a good solid bass as well. Nice upgrade. By the way, we really appreciate your support, and we love having you along for the ride with these videos. So go ahead and like and subscribe and click that bell icon so that you're always notified of our upcoming content. Third upgrade with the new EVO 2 is you're getting this very heavy, nicely machined bearing block at the back of the Tonearm. So this is much heavier and more solid than the one that you've got in the original. And this really gives you two benefits. It's lower in friction, so that as you're moving from the right to left, as the stylus and Tonearm are moving from right to left, this is moving more smoothly, so you get less friction. And secondly, it's also very good at absorbing vibrations and transmitting them into heat, which means we've got less vibration traveling down the Tonearm and winding up at the stylus, which obviously would cause distortion in your music. The fourth difference, design. This is not just another boring black box. These turntables look really cool. So we're now up to 11 different finish options, including a new one called Satin Wine Red, which looks really great. When they paint these, they're hand painted and they use 8 layers of lacquer. So you get this really nice, professionally done kind of appearance to it. And you get a new one. Gramophone has an exclusive on this satin window gray, which I think looks really cool. Benefit number 5, you get this new, heavier, and better damped counterweight. So this is actually, internally, it's a 3-layer counterweight, and it's got, again, a ring of TPE. That's all to make sure that this thing is absorbing vibrations and not transmitting them back to the phono cartridge, because you don't want vibrations going back and forth and obviously causing tracking issues when your stylus is trying to stay in the groove. So the 6th difference is a cosmetic one. This is the first turntable that Pro-Ject has done that has the RCA connections and the power supply neatly flushed against the back. You don't have a big block of electronics and connections sticking out from the back. It's a simple cosmetic thing, but it definitely makes a more appealing turntable, especially if you don't have a lot of room in your cabinet, or you're trying to put this more or less flush against the wall. But there's an even bigger benefit to what they've done back here, because this is electrically balanced. You can upgrade the performance of this turntable over time significantly by getting an RCA to mini XLR cable and one of Pro-Ject's XLR equipped phono preamps. Now you've got a fully balanced turntable, which is going to have 6 dB more output than any standard RCA connection, but it's also going to be significantly lower in noise and distortion. So you're going to have a much more audiophile sound. And let's be honest, there are not a whole lot of turntables out there that you can upgrade their performance over time so significantly. Pro-Ject's Debut EVO 2 is a true high-end turntable at just $699, including a fine phono cartridge that's already aligned for you. So it's basically plug and play. And it offers this awesome upgrade path to where you can significantly improve the performance of it over time. You can't do that with most turntables. Bravo, Pro-Ject. You have replaced one of the best-selling entry-level audiophile turntables on the market with an even better one. Thank you for watching this video. For more information on the Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2 and for all of our great brands, go to Gramophone.com. To get your EVO 2 on order, go to Sky by Gramophone, where you'll always get a secure checkout, fast and free shipping, straight to your door. We'd love to show you this turntable or whatever turntable might be the right one for you. So if you can, come visit us in Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland. If you come to the Timonium store, make sure you stop and see the Experience Center, where we have got some incredible products in an incredible setting. And make sure to check out our Kitchen Design Center up in Hunt Valley, where if you need a remodel project done, they'll do it right. Thanks again for watching this video. We look forward to seeing you soon.